Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy 15.
Is this the boat? No, this isn't a
Weird
boat.
building, guys?
It's like no architecture I've ever seen.
Wouldn't want to meet the weirdo who built this.
It was. I want to say it was Gladio's grandfather that built it.
In a long, long time ago, it was his great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
He was the one who invented the aqueducts in this area.
Oh.
And he got a tower made after him, clearly.
And here I thought his family was just a bunch of grunts to like be big and beefy next to the king. What do I know?
But this is Castlemark Tower, which is probably... I'd say it's basically the hardest dungeon in the game. And we'll be getting to the reasons for that pretty shortly. It's just...
Oh, I think
you kind of have to make your way in.
It keeps going down, down, down. Check it out, guys. Glow in the dark.
Calm down, Prompto.
Is it like... Does Prompto glow in the dark now? Like, was it radioactive? Is he dead?
Yeah, I'm sorry that we've actually dipped him in some special fuel, and now he's glowy in the dark.
I mean, I bet it'd be a hell of a picture before he dies of radiation poisoning.
Look, I didn't say it was radiation, I said it was fuel. We'll just wash him off, get some of that Dove soap or whatever they use. But this place is only open at night.
Knew there was a way in.
No red carpet, but a stone staircase is the next
So
best
does, like,
thing.
the staircase not there
guess they're only
at night
closed
or
during the
day?
day.
What manner of mechanism is this?
So basically those blocks that you seen when we were
I'm not
first
scared.
entering,
My hands are
they
just shaky.
are
was
raised
fun.
during the day.
The fun's
Ah.
just getting started. You want to turn back now?
So does the castle of the vampire.
It's a castle, but for whatever reason it descends downwards.
Let's
Yeah, well, I
get
mean,
cracking.
Here we are.
it's a castle for vampires. I thought I just said that.
This is
that
Dracula's
fight-
castle.
Did the fight just happen like that, or did you do a cut there?
So there are a lot of fights in this area. So until we find new enemies, we are not gonna be watching the fights.
These walls have well
I'm
withstood
kind of
the
okay
test
with that.
time. A stark contrast to the ruins that lie above.
And you remember how last time I was complaining that, hey, we didn't have a holy weapon to deal with enemies that were weak to holy?
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Holy Lance.
Wow.
Perfect. All we had to do was walk inside and kill one enemy.
Enough talk. Time for some action.
And speaking of new enemies,
It's a purple bomb.
it's a purple bomb.
That,
They keep growing.
you could argue that they glow in the dark.
That's crossing
Yeah.
the line.
You're right.
Oh, you popped it, didn't you?
I might have popped it and now Noctis is dead. So these things are no fucking joke. When they're big like that, they will just explode and turn into a bunch of small ones. It basically one-shots anybody who's in their radius.
The radius seems incredibly big relative to that room.
Yes, they are fucking assholes of enemies. That's why it's better to just fucking run by them whenever you can.
Yeah, that's it's like the developers went out of their way to make an unfun enemy.
Yeah, basically. The best way to deal with them is kill them as fast as possible, but that is not necessarily the easiest case. And these fellas, they're basically like the upgraded imps. They're very dodge heavy, and they tend to like jumping up into the air to like get at you from above.
They got footwork too. They're like dancing around.
Yeah, they're very good at avoiding things.
Everything cool? No problems here.
But they are demons, which means they're weak to our fancy new lance, which is not actually very good at fighting these things because they're too quick.
Everyone form up!
I was gonna say, it seemed like your lance is a little on the clumsy side.
Yeah, it's definitely not something I was used to fighting with when I first picked it up. I feel that lances are a much better aerial weapon than they are on the ground. But thankfully, we have the armature, which is the ultimate of weapons, really. It's 12.
It's all the weapons.
It's like 8 weapons, 9 weapons right now. That's a lot of weapons.
What can I say?
Would have liked to wrap that up more quickly.
Well, apparently still wasn't fast enough for Ignis, though.
Time. We'll go through there, but quietly. Quietly.
Best to proceed with caution.
I can make out something over there.
I can make out a ledge ready to give if you breathe funny.
The risk outweighs the reward.
You don't know that, Ignis. But it seems like, we could maybe get to both of them from one side or the other.
It's gonna crumble.
Or is it?
Like, why is he suddenly so bobbly? Like, it seems...
It's because you're on a round object walking across a gap.
Yeah, but I mean... It's kind of girthy. It might have been easier for him to, like, scissor step sideways across it? I don't know.
Probably. But no, we can't really get over to the other side there, so... Yeah, we'll be back at some point, right?
Let's hope it's not a tragedy.
And these assholes we have dealt with before.
Might as well have fun.
I guess they're a lot of fun, though, according to Gladio there.
Let's go.
A lot of fun seeing that my HP was full.
And now is not.
Yep.
Is there, like, some sort of thing you can get those, like, gradually, like, regen your HP, like, in dungeons? Like a food or something?
There are a few different things that can do that, yeah. But I don't know if we have access to them at this point.
I mean, why bother when you can just inject yourself with the drugs
Looks like
there?
we're good to go.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean by good?
I believe that will be for Noct to decide.
So that's basically a shortcut of a variety through the dungeon, but when you're in something the first time, you may as well just try to explore everything. So you don't know what you're gonna find. Like goo.
You found goo.
Hello,
Guarding the item.
sirs.
Apparently they're interested in following you out of there.
No. They have a very small range of attack in there. It's real fucking dumb.
I mean, I guess I'd guard my mithril shaft too, you know?
Fan of mushy desserts.
Of course. And now
Oh, you're
we're actually
friends.
getting a good shot at these lightning bombs. They're a little bit more spread out. And decide, you know, we got this weapon an episode or two ago, and it was pretty good when I remembered using it. Oops.
Prompto doesn't remember.
Prompto does not remember. Oh look, Prompto can float. Some very
Yeah,
good
that
muscles
is,
you have going on
that's,
there.
Wow.
Sorry to break this up.
0 damage.
Zero
Great.
damage.
Great.
Say your prayers.
So much for that.
Is it getting smaller as you're beating on it?
It is. So, really the best way to deal with those things is just keep the pressure on and make them your priority target. But you might ask, what if there are more priority targets around? And it's like, well,
For a fight.
Yeah, that's a reasonable request when there's like a dozen of them.
We must regroup.
yeah, basically. It fucking sucks. I hate these enemies so much. But that's enough of that.
That was a close one.
Bye, guys.
Too close for
Bye, guys.
comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
Me too, Ignis. Me too. Also, don't ask me why I just jump around everywhere instead of, you know, using the sprint.
Habit, I'd imagine at this point.
It's more fun.
As far as being
That's
comfortable
my answer.
being alive, like, I don't know, I mean, after a while your feet are gonna hurt, Ignis. That stone looks unforgiving.
Yeah, and it's crumbling in a few spots, so... Like here. Just convenient that there's a whole bunch of ground underneath.
And that somebody's already tunneled through all of it for you.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention, the main thing we were coming down here for was a stone for Dino,
We all good?
Better than good.
Good
which
to go.
Woohoo!
is conveniently
Time
right
to
here.
pay Dino a visit.
I think Dino owes you quite a bit for that bullshit then.
Yeah, considering that
Can't get
that is his
sidetracked for
final
nothing.
mission.
I say we keep moving.
Anything in here? Treasure.
Any plan of attack? Plow right through them?
What was it, like an imp dude?
We needn't
Oh.
waste more time.
Yeah, it's more of those imps.
Yeah. Think I'm finally starting to get the hang of this.
I've seen worse.
Do you...
So we got a Durandal, which... I was saying earlier, holy weapons. This is basically my bread and butter for holy weapons at this point.
Now, is that a sword?
It's a sword, yeah. We also got a set of daggers, and the lance that Ignis could use. Unfortunately, not too much in terms of great sword, shields, guns, or machinery for Prompto and Gladio, respectively.
Oh, I saw you had the hard edge. Is that awkwardly square like the
I mean,
one
really,
from Final Fantasy
do
VII?
you mean it?
I think we've had this conversation already.
Probably.
It is.
I think the answer was no, it wasn't.
It is.
Oh, it is?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
How should we do this, Noct?
How should we do what? Oh, hello.
Not helpful.
So, giving this weapon a try, like all swords, they have that one moveset basically. But because we have aerial moves with the sword, it's actually super good to use against these enemies because they cannot attack upwards for the most part.
And yet we're
Just
all
like
very much
dogs.
alive.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
no one ever looks up. It's a thing Dark Souls taught me. Nobody ever looks up.
Why are you... You open the door, go through it. What are you afraid of?
I'm looking around to see which way is maybe the correct direction.
And then go the other way first.
Yep. I'm trying to get my bearings, man. Like,
Hop. Hop.
this place is absolute fucking hell. Like, not necessarily in terms of like design or anything like that, just in terms of the amount of encounters there are in here. Basically, every other encounter is or every other room has an encounter in it.
Well, that's what everybody really loved about the Final Fantasy series, was the random encounters.
These don't so much feel random though. Like you know what you're getting into when you walk into the next room and it's a completely empty square.
Oh, that was sarcasm.
Oh, welp.
I mean, having done the Fiesta so many times, I just learned that find a good place to grind the hell out of it, and then run away from every other fight as you're going through the story. Just fuck it.
The takedown.
No holding back.
No walk in the park.
But so which is it? No holding back or no walk in the park? Maybe you shouldn't hold back during your walk in the park.
Instead, we're gonna have a jog.
Yeah, just speed walk.
So, the Moogle charm there increases the XP you earn, which is kind of good. But it only affects when you're gaining it at the time. Like when you go to rest somewhere else, like you'll add in the multiplier elsewhere.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's snapshotting the EXP you're earning at any given time instead of.
So you can't just put it on and then go lay down in the tent and.
Yeah, suddenly you get triple EXP or whatever.
So I assume you equipped the Moogle charm here.
I did not.
Oh well. So you're gonna
Like,
tell me how great
I felt
it
like I was
is.
getting over leveled at this point, so I kind of didn't want to get beyond what I would generally find.
Isn't that the best part about RPGs? To overlevel the shit out of it and then like smash Yojimbo.
Just happy it's over.
So Yojimbo is a new friend, but that was not the fight to show him in.
I mean, it looked like he was wearing quite the colorful kimono there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's a beautiful boy.
I like how even with the flashlight you ran into the door jam there. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You're like, can I just leave?
Does this
I like
fire
how it
work?
just keeps getting bigger. Oh, it is really working.
Yeah. Got very large very quickly. It was
But-
very upset about this thing we have done.
Don't die on
Yeah, but
me.
didn't it do a lot of damage to him?
Yeah. He's like a third HP.
I thought.
But the problem is, we're fighting right at the edge of the
You were doing
area.
a ton of damage. Why didn't he get small? Because fuck
did
him,
get
that's
small.
why?
Yeah. Thunder bombs. Fucking assholes, mate.
There has to be some, like, trick to them.
Really? Again?
Other than just fucking bum rushing them down, I did not find anything great. You could wear a thunder shield or something like that to lower or to increase your resistance to him, which I have on right now. But if you're actually using it to attack, you will not do any damage by Gladio.
So what happens if you leave your bros behind there? Are they gonna
They're fine.
auto-res?
They're rezzed, yeah.
Oh.
Convenient. Now I just have to use some elixirs on them instead.
So always, never
Also,
not.
they're back there with the bombs.
Yeah, well. They'll catch up.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They just gotta walk past bomb hell.
What have we here?
But it's huge.
Oh, I'm too tired to walk all the way across.
We'll call it a night here then.
Actually, not too tired.
Prompto.
I like how you still hear like the bomb noises or whatever.
So no, that's persistent noise throughout the dungeon.
Oh.
We go
There's
across?
something else making those noises.
Knew you'd say that. Why do I bother asking?
Dunno. Let's go.
So I like the random piles of bricks on the bridge.
More the merrier.
Oh yeah.
This is
I guess you could say this is the battle on the
That was
big
a close
bridge.
one.
too
Oh,
close for
God.
comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
Oh yeah, we know, Ignis. You're just so happy to be here.
You're the bastion of comfort. He just has pillows strapped to him all the time, so he can always be comfortable being alive.
Now,
Just wearing a snuggie.
Yep.
all right, we're done here.
Ignis seems like he could relax with a cup of cocoa and a snuggie.
I mean, of the people in this crew, for sure him. Maybe Aranea too,
Really
but
opens up back here.
Well, guess that's the end of the road. So,
Not so fast. There might be a way.
or
So
there
let-
might not.
Well, it can't hurt to
It's a
look
glowy
now,
floor.
can it?
Yep. So let's see if you can figure out the gimmick to this area.
Don't step on red.
Well, we'll get to that.
Do
Let's step on red.
Wait, that's not the beginning of the dungeon.
We're at the beginning of the dungeon. Don't step on red. It is a very poor thing, unless you want to get back to the beginning. But in that case, we have a button to do that already? So, while I make my way back, let's check out this other path that we didn't do last time.
How sure are we about this?
Take it one step at a time.
One person at a time.
Gladio, you go last because you're the heaviest.
Yeah. Or he could go first and test it out.
Hey, think we'd make it if we jump down from here?
I can guarantee you'll make it down. Whether or not you survive the fall, however, is a separate matter.
I mean, it's just totally normal to just fall one story at a time.
Hello, Yojimbo. Goodbye, Yojimbo.
With his pride kimono. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
I like how progressive Yojimbo is.
He's a good friend.
No slacking.
Actually, he's a terrible friend. He's not letting us open the door.
Well, that's a weird
So,
drug-induced.
you remember that fella at the end of the mines?
Yeah.
He's kind of the same archetype as a Yojimbo here. Which basically means he has a bunch of fucking attacks that make him a huge asshole.
I thought that was his name, was Yojimbo, was it not?
You know, I do not remember offhand.
I can't imagine that I just came up with the name Yojimbo by myself, but maybe?
Here we are.
Or maybe I'm just thinking of the guy from, what was it?
There's a summon in Final Fantasy X, wasn't it?
I was thinking about the fighting game on the Dreamcast.
The fighting game on the Dreamcast. I'm afraid you're gonna have to be a little more specific than
There's the
that.
one with Nightmare.
Oh, Soul Calibur?
Yeah, that one. I think there was a guy named Yojimbo on that.
Okay, I can
It's
see that.
basically just a samurai. He's a really... That dude has a really sweet sword, though. It's a shame you can't get it.
Like a katana of some variety.
It's like a giant katana.
How many times?
I'm trying to think of what the similar weapon was called in Dark Souls. Sure.
So, when they're those tiny little bombs, sometimes they just poof
Die.
out of existence. Yeah.
Like, because you did damage to it, or it just got tired of being there and went somewhere else?
I don't know, to be frank. So,
Oh.
the Thieves' Way thing lets us phase better.
Phase.
And then, dodge.
Oh.
And then we got another... It's basically an upgraded Thieves' Way. And then we got the Good Chamberlain, which is actually kind of a really useful accessory for Ignis. Whenever Noct drops below half HP, he automatically gets a high potion, topping him off.
Oh.
It has some sort of internal cooldown. I'm not entirely sure on how long it actually is, but it is very useful. But that's basically all the other exploring we've been around, so we're back down here in this little zone of some variety.
With the glowy floor
Yeah,
tiles.
let's see if you can figure out the puzzle here.
Bricks, glowy thing.
What are you noticing about the bricks?
There. Nothing yet. That's a pillar. The other one was wider.
Yeah. Go on.
Three pillars of bricks there?
Yeah.
This is 4 or 5, I can't tell.
So that was 4.
This is like 2.
Yep.
Are you supposed to like step on like glowy tiles?
So this is the other part of the puzzle, which is real fucking dumb. So you're correct. It's basically telling you an order in which to do these. Or at least so I thought.
But is stepping on the glowy tiles doing anything?
So
Whoa, not. Check this out.
Oh,
it takes a few seconds for it to trigger.
It's a floor.
It's moving.
Whoa. What's going on?
Hell if I know.
It's weird though, you don't get any indication that the glowing floor tiles did a damn thing when you touched them.
Nope, you had no idea. So you had, like, I didn't know until I ran past that one in particular. So this is number 3, and it fell the fuck down.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh, so that's the wrong one?
We'll get to that. So, part 1 of why this dungeon sucks. This is the main mechanic behind getting to the end.
You know,
Part 2 of this mechanic. Every time or every other time you move these blocks, you get an enemy spawn.
Doesn't look too good.
I must say I'm amazed.
What can I say?
you know, this gimmick was more fun
Not me.
in Ocarina of Time, I think.
Just tired count.
Where there weren't waves of enemies every time you pushed a block.
Yeah.
Also, you cannot push them in any direction. You can only push them in the directions that you end up getting a highlight for.
It feels like you're still going down.
Yep, we are. That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
These blocks move too slow.
That
For how-
gives you good quality time with your friends.
My friends aren't saying anything.
That's why it's so quality.
This doesn't bode well. So, the floor is sliding out that way.
We're going down.
We're going down?
Going down.
Whoa!